Hey everybody, Green Mountain Maniac here, K1GMM, with a quick review of the IC7300 by ICOM. And I'll get into quick setup, some of the things you want to do right away when you turn it on. Let's get it booted up here. The very first things you need to do, the multi-function button right here. This is an SDR radio, kind of a new thing, all in one box. First boot up, what you can do is you can go hit this button right here, the multi button. You've got a series of it pops up a small window display. You got your RF power, mic gain, compressor, monitor. The RF power, the mic gain, you're going to want to set your mic gain, and along with this, I believe when it first boots up, let me get it out of this menu quick. When it first boots up, you're going to be able to touch the screen for your meters here. So the first meter that comes up, you'll see the RF gain and the ALC. There's a little ALC right here, and then there's a red bar. So what you want to do, personally, I prefer if you touch and hold the meter, it pops open all of the meters. It's got your ALC, compressor level, SWR, and right here, and you can set your ALC. Pops open a separate meter, which for my feeble eyes it's easier to read. So you can go to your multifunction, and you can touch any one of these, and then this knob controls the level of it. So you can go ahead and say, if you're using a ham mic, set your ALC up. You want it between 30 and 50% according to the manual, and boom, you're done with that. I run external gear on this radio. I'm running a GLX 2200 by CAD, Charlie Alpha Delta, large diaphragm studio microphones, fantastic microphone. Rivals microphones costs in the hundreds of dollars. Excellent mic. I run a 30 band EQ with a compressor, a two-stage compressor limiter, soft and hard decompression. Not much compression. I use it just for limiting. The limiting function on it, just to keep from, it's a very, very hot microphone, and if you get a little excited, it'll push that ALC into overdrive there. So this cable right here is a Heil. It's the interface cable. You can get it through HRO, any of the big vendors. Has the PTT. I use a foot PTT switch. Works very, very well, and it's this particular one is a 3-pin. You can get them in a 4-pin as well for the Heil mics. I just prefer to use the studio grade microphones. And the 3-pin goes right into the back, right here into the back of the final stage of the processing, which is the compressor limiter, the 2-stage. So anyways, once you get these set up, you're pretty much good to go. The monitor function is nice if you want to check your audio quality. So you go to function, you have menu, function, your scopes. If you pull this up, this will give you your different scopes. If you push it and hold it, it will bring the spectrum scope up with more scope options and display options I'm not going to get into. Great for PSK31, and obviously looking at the, if you have QRM, you can, at a quick glance, you can see where it's coming from on the scope, and a host of other functions of it as well. But if you push function, you have your preamp. This is all stuff, you know, just turning it on. Your AGC, fast, slow, and medium. I found with severe static crashes, if you set it on slow, it'll wipe the receive out as well, and it will it pumps. You get that pumping action to the AGC, the automatic gain control. Believe it or not, when I get big static crashes and stuff like that, medium works well. You can just tap it to change it. That's mid, medium, and slow. Um, like I said, the slow will actually it'll reduce the gain very quickly, and it reacts very slowly. So the receive will come up at a very slow rate. Fast is medium and fast is what I prefer most of the time, unless you've got very quiet band conditions, and slow is very nice. You got your noise blanker. Noise reduction is extremely effective on here. Your other settings, Vox compressor on or off, the Vox setting. Your bandwidth, for rag chewing, I set it on wide. And you can also adjust your audio, which I'll show you that in a minute. Here's the monitor function. So what you can do is you can put on a pair of headphones, and you can adjust your EQ in the radio here, or if you're running outboard gear, and listen to it when you key up through the 7300. But you got to make sure you put on a pair of headphones, because if you're using an external speaker like I do, it will automatically feed the audio through the speaker, and if it's a hot mic, we all know what happens. Tremendous amount of feedback, so you want the headphones on. So that's what you can do. You can turn a monitor on using function and go back and adjust your monitor level. Very effective. If we go to menu and we go to set, you'll see the different features in here. Function, you're going to need to make the connector adjustments in here for your PSK and your data modes. The USB mod level is important because you can overdrive your sound card. So you want to check the settings in HRD where your sound card is at. Make sure that's not in overload, and you can reduce that there. Back up, go to tone control. You got your RX side with your different modes, and you got RX bass, RX treble. Let's go back. Sideband. Oh, I'm in the RX side. You want your TX. So your TX, this is great because if you're setting up your audio quality, let's say for rag chewing, or you want sideband for upper side on, let's say 20 meters, 17, 15, whatever, 10, 12, or 10, 6 meters, and you want that cutting sound. You want to change your audio settings. You can go to sideband, and you've got your bandwidth settings, wide, medium, narrow. You can set those up, and you can set the bandwidth for it, control the bandwidth. So I'm on wide right now, so you can go to, you can change each one, and you just touch the screen and then change the value with a plus and minus. But for initial setup, if you want, just turn it on and go. Here's your bass, treble controls, and this is your TX audio. So to get out of these screens, you can either hit the back arrow, just like on a Android phone or whatever, on the screen, or hit exit, and you'll be back to your main screen. If you want to get rid of your scope, hit exit. I'm sorry, there we go. Hit the scope key, and it'll bring you back out. Tap and hold, and there you go. The only complaint I have about this radio, does put out full power and more. The audio quality is incredible on it. The only complaint I have is I like to work in the dark, and these keys are not lit. It would be nice to have all these keys lit so you don't have to fish for them. Other than that, absolutely love the radio. That's just a quick rundown. You can get all the specs on ICOM or from pretty much anywhere else on the web. The rear only has one antenna input, which I could care less. I use an antenna switch anyways. 4-position alpha delta. You see the review of that online on my channel, and that's pretty much it for a quick setup. Your RF gain is here. concentric knobs, and your combination squelch as well. So you can you'll see a little dot move along the scale, and as that comes up, this will actually squelch. See the TX light starting to flicker? This will pretty much squelch it. So you can set your squelch and RF gain together. Volume control, you got your pass bands here. If you turn this knob, try and do it so you can see it, it'll pop up a little screen there. And you can also adjust the filtering here by touching this. And of course, if you touch and hold, it'll open the entire screen with your filter shape, soft, sharp and soft. And this is a concentric type system, so you can move things independently of one another. Haven't used it too much yet. I've just been rag chewing on 40, 80, 160, and a little bit of DX on 20 meters at this point. And of course PSK 31. To change your filters, you just keep tapping on it, and when you're ready to exit out, hit the exit key. Pull your meter screen back up. You've also got voltage, which is nice, and your temperature. It gives you a temperature meter in case. And this radio runs very cool. They really have it figured out with a fan. I never see that go up more than maybe 3 bars at the most. So very nice rig, and don't be afraid to pick one up. It's it's a remarkable rig for the money. $1,400–1,500, worth every penny. Receiver is incredible on it, top shelf. You can also adjust the EQ on the receive level as well, make it more pleasing to your ear, especially if you're running a good external speaker. It'll really roar for you. So hope you enjoyed the review. Feel free to post a comment. Again, I have not gone deep into this radio yet. This is basically a quick start. So hope you enjoyed it. Stop by, say hello, find me on the band, and let me know what you think. 7-3 for now. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Vermont. Green Mountain Maniac. Thanks again, and 7-3.